Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Agent relay I'm uninstalling -ltr. Okay, after that gunzip I have to do jdk. After that r-xvf jdk. After that mkdir agent relay second. Okay, chmod 777 *. Okay, agent relay pwd. Okay, before that you have to set up the java path. Okay, after that agent relay install.sh taken. So where you want to install, here you want to install agent relay onto the directory where you want to install the agent relay. Why this directory is there, right?
Okay, it's down, is there? It is not picking it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, unique name I am keeping agent relay 2. Same, I opted for JMS. Put enter the host and server of the relay where it is connecting. Here it is connecting. Import certificate web URL. Okay. Agent relay. Okay, bin. Okay, remember this one important. All your configuration file will be here. Okay,
Okay.
this is the path. Okay, all the configuration file, conf file for agent relay. Okay, configuration file for server. This is the configuration file. I think this is reconnect. I have to do. Server. So secure server install.properties, and this one is the cat install.properties. Okay, this is the configuration file. Okay, if I do cat here, server. Okay, pwd cat install.properties. Okay. config file for app. Okay. Now check second server came, relay came or not. Refresh. See, 2 came. Now scenario, if this goes down, it should connect to this one. High availability for your
Yeah.
agent relay. Okay, now agent. Where is the agent server? Where is the agent server? Agent server, agent server. How to connect, right? Session. Okay. So already I have I copied that one, unzip that one. I have untarred that one. JDK I already have set up. Okay. But agent. Okay, RF minus RF star. Okay, in this folder I want to install. Okay, nothing will be there in this folder. Okay. PWD. Okay, so you have to go under UCD folder where you unzip that one. Okay, dot install dot agent dot sh. If you want to can install from this script, you can go. If it is Windows, this one. Okay, multiple. If you want to go, script depends. But you that is not might you will come for you. Okay. So Java home I didn't set up. See, that is the problem. Java home. Okay, UCD agent dot install an agent dot okay, default this one where I want to go ahead and install. Where is that location? This location I want to install. Default taken. Mine is JMS. Okay. This agent will connect to relay instead of directly relay. So I have to connect to relay. Yes. Enter the host name of the relay to connect. Okay. I have to give this one UCD relay, these two relays. I'll give the IP address. Okay, 91. Do you want to connect another payroll relay? Yes. Another payroll relay, this one.
The second one.
Enter the communication board. Fine. Configure the third one I don't record. Default it's taken 194. To D port number, yes. Enable mutual authentication. Yes. Yep. I taken the name UCD.com. Enter the time. Okay.
So in real scenario, like establishment, how many relay can we configure?
See, per environment, 2 relays will be there for high availability per environment. So that is recommended for high availability because in one environment will be having a 10,000 servers. Okay, so that is the thing. Agent start. Okay, so I'll copy this one from here. Okay. Agent install. Okay, to check the logs, where log. Okay, it will come like this. Tail -f agent .out. So it is connected successfully. To check the logs. Okay. To check the logs. Same will be UCD server also where logs deploy.out. Okay. I'll show you that one. It is gone like so, no problem. Okay, so scenario, my server came or not. Refresh. See, came. This is my agent name came, right? Now it is connected to which relay? It is connected to, oh, network error. Why? Okay, that's fine. We'll close all. So it is connected to this one second relay. I'll stop the second relay. Okay. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Correct. You are stopping the second relay.
Stopping the second relay.
It is
Yeah,
switched
I'll
to the
stop
first
the
one.
second relay. Cancel. Second relay. Okay, so where I install the agent relay? Agent relay second here, right? Go to bin, stop the server. Now see where it will go connect. See, it is connected to this one. One is gone offline, right?
Yeah,
Now you
yeah.
understand the high availability of the relays. So
Yeah,
consider
correct.
this one is as a dev environment. So like that, another production environment will be there. Like that, you have to do. That is, so that is your workshop. You have to do that one. Okay.
Okay.
So meanwhile, I'll start that one. Start. See, it came online. Okay. So our first topic, what is that one? UCD installation done. I'll go to this third topic, UCD security. Okay.
Okay.
So settings tabs. Okay, this settings tab. Okay, so automation, security. Okay, system. Okay, I'll explain this one. So system settings. This one you have to go, but we don't have DNS, right? So I'll configure this one. If you have DNS name, you can configure this one. Otherwise, you cannot fetch any data or you cannot do any integration with the external things. So that is the reason I changed this one. Okay, valid IP you can do, but you don't do anything. Enable UI dubbing, debugging, that is good option. Okay, so localize United States as per this one. So default snapshot log, you can, if you want to log the snapshot, if you have like snapshot, you know the meaning of snapshot, right?
Is that just to take backup
If you
of
have no. So you have version 1, version 2, version 3. Okay, in a component. Okay. So you taken the version 1 and version 2, created a snapshot. Okay, and this one you will go and deploy in the target server. Okay, of target VM. So this is called snapshot. Okay, here, not the backup of the VM, not all those things. Okay, taking the snapshot. So got it right? Let me explain clearly. You might be missing. See, there is a component. There is one another component. Here one another component. Here you have version 1, version 2 in one component. Okay, this is second component. This is third component. Okay, here version 1, version 2, version 3. Here you have version 1. Okay. Now in second component, okay, you have taken the version 1. Here you have taken version 2. Here you have taken version 1. You created a snapshot. And you will use this snapshot in application deployment in target server. Now clear?
So why taking all the version before deploying to target server?
This one, so this one, see this one, it will come here in this topic. In this topic, it will come.
Okay.
I just give an overview. So don't think that that type of infrastructure snapshot. Only just think the snapshot. Okay, you should have a license server. Otherwise, after 60 days, it will be expired. You cannot go ahead and deploy. And license server path you have to provide. Okay. And the component settings, component period, you can put all those in version agent for version use. I can use the default agent, this one, okay, which I installed right now. All those things, external approval checks. For example, in production environment, they any like administrator deploy that one, there should be a check, right? So in between manager approval, we can keep in the agent pool. Okay. So that is the thing. Windows agent you can directly deploy from here. This is the mailing server. You can configure your mail server here, giving the details from your Exchange team. Okay. Legacy configuration, don't touch anything. Keep it like this. Allow failure means if you allow failure means if it is failed on that particular task and it will go to the next task. Okay, that is wrong, right? If it is failed, then see why it is failed. You have to troubleshoot. Then redeploy that one. Okay, so don't touch this one, legacy one. And these are the default seconds for our token expirations you can keep and recommended from the software point of view. Okay. So these are the, if you required uppercase character and password you can put. Otherwise, if you require lowercase and password you can put. Okay. But for high security, yes, the company will enable this one. Okay. Not otherwise normal admin 83123 some will put. So that will be can guess by someone else, right? So that is the reason in company they will enable this one. So as of now we are not enabling this one. Password in digit also it is they will put. Password in special character also they will put. Okay. So all these things can happen. In audit log, so enable audit log cleanup, but don't enable because we need an audit, because for the audit purpose management need an audit from last 2 years how many deployment happened. So don't enable this one. So this one be required like this. Okay, don't enable this one. And deployment history, don't delete the deployment history at all. Don't enable. If you enable, deployment history will go on and your manager cannot track the production deployment. Okay, so artifact cleanup also don't put all the backup in one NAS path, so that you should not clean any data. Okay, so it won't recommend it. So this is the settings tab, and this is the settings tab. Okay, in system. Okay, and this automation thing is that if you are running any version importing, it will show you a running version import. If it is delayed due to some network issue from 1 hour, it is importing means it will show you, and you can click on cancel because of something that it is still importing. You can click on here that cancel. Might be because of the network issue or network delay, so it will show you the running version import here. Okay. And what is automation plugin and what is source processing plugin? Source configuration plugin, it's that where you want to integrate with Jenkins or with GitHub or with Artifactory, because there is your data, there is your repo, there is your var file, there is your ER file, there is your image file. Okay, everything is there. So those types of plugin you have to load here. And automation plugin is nothing but your task. Okay, file task means file utility, general tasks like creating directory, replacing tokens, all those things. So those types of plugins are available and you can load here. So instead of writing complete shell script, if you use that plugin, it will do that task, right? So that is the reason you can use the automation plugin. That is the difference between source and automation plugin here. Okay. So for brief view, okay, so for example, create Soma source config plugin. I don't have Artifactory here. See, Artifactory I don't have. Did you find anywhere Artifactory? I don't have Artifactory because I want to integrate this one Artifactory, because my repos, all those, my data is in Artifactory. So then how will you create component? You cannot create component, right? So at that time, what you have to do, you have to download the source configuration plugin and you have to load that one. So load that source configuration plugin. I'll tell you, and I'll tell you. Source configuration plugin is loaded. And load this one automation plugin also for I'll tell you what, for purpose git task, for git task. Okay, so 2 plugins I loaded. Okay, I'll create a component. Okay, so see Artifactory. Now Artifactory came. My repository came, my username and password came. Okay, where which path and group ID and Artifactory ID came. Before it didn't came, right?
Yes.
So here from here I can fetch the all my repos. Okay, so that is the reason the source configuration plugin. If I use the git, okay, git URL I have to create. Okay, git URL, if I give example, I'm giving something. Okay, process I have to create, right? Create process is nothing but your task. Okay, so see git task I want. Okay, before I don't have these things, right? Now I get a installed automation plugin. So I want to create a repository. You no need to write any shell script. It's simple. You can use Git username, everything, and Git username, Git repository name or everything, and it will create a Git. It will create a repository there, and it will install the Git and migrate the Git whatever you want, whatever the task you want to do, it will do. Okay, using the plugin you can go and do. Got it right? That main difference between source configuration plugin and automation plugin.
Okay, from this explanation means that we can use this as a central repository, right?
I didn't get it. Can you come again?
I think we can use the Git as a central repository where we can
Git you can use as your repo. Yeah, Git you can repo anything. DTR, Docker Hub. See, what are the repos available in the world right now? GitHub is there. Okay, Docker Hub is there. Okay, Artifactory is there. These are the three main hit repositories, right? As of now in the world.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
most
Now,
of the people are. Yeah.
the way I can easily integrate my Git because I have a GitHub. I can easily integrate my GitHub with this UCD.
Yeah, you can integrate with the GitHub. So whatever the source code is there in the GitHub, you can integrate that one. So from there you will fetch that one, or if it's anything a ER file you are posted on the GitHub, you can fetch that one and it will go and deploy on the target server. UCD is a continuous deployment, not is a CI tool. This is a CD tool. Got it right? Hello?
Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you heard what I said?
Yes, that was what I was saying. That probably if you because in GitHub we don't have Wi-Fi in GitHub because GitHub is just a repository where we have our code. We can have Wi-Fi is Jenkins that builds the code and run the package. So I was asking if I would integrate it with Jenkins so that I can easily get Wi-Fi from Jenkins.
No, we cannot integrate with the Jenkins. Jenkins is a CI tool. Okay, once you build that Jenkins in the war file, okay, that war file, what you're telling, right? Once you build that war file, we'll put it on the Artifactory. Okay, you will put it on somewhere file location.
Yeah. I got it now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, from there we need to fetch. This is CD tool. From there you need to fetch. Okay, so that is the source configuration, SCM, source configuration management. So that is this plugin. That is the difference now. This is the plugin and this is the plugin. Okay, so from source where you need your data. A war file it is in the Artifactory. From there I will fetch that war file.
Yeah, that's correct.
Your task is that as a developer in CI Jenkins tool, you build your war file. You put it on the Artifactory. From Artifactory, my UCD has to integrate that one. From there, I have to fetch that war file to target server and then install my work.
Interesting.
Okay, so like that.
So
okay, like that it will work.
So both Docker image and non-Docker image, you can do the same thing. You can fetch from Artifactory.
Both the Docker image you can fetch from that. Artifactory contains everything here. Image you can put, war file you can put, ER file you can put, file system you can put, anything you can put.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so for that one, see, you asked me here Artifactory integration Artifactory, but I don't have Artifactory in infrastructure. I have to create for you. Okay, so tomorrow I'll show you this one. Point number 2, point number 5, and point number 6. Tomorrow I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay, now point number 3 and point number 1 it will be complete. Point number 3 and point number 1 it will complete. Point number 2 integration, not this one, integration with Artifactory. Okay, using CD, not CI. This is not CI tool, this is CD tool. Okay, so this is done. It will done now. Okay, permission approval I showed you, but I'll show it will show you here how it will work in target server. Okay,
Interesting.
now Okay, so this one is done. Okay, running visual logs. You know logs where it will be used when do you process something, right? You write some scripts, so you have to wait for something. If you log that one, after releasing that log, it will go to the next step. So at that time, logs will be useful. So I am
Long.
sure you won't use the logs. So really, in so where one people will use this one. Okay, so this is not required for you, and blueprint is also not required for you because blueprint designer is like Terraform type. Okay, so this is not required for you, but this is required for your post processing script. So fourth process is the same like Jenkins only. After done the work, something need to be start. You need to validate that one, right? You have task one, task two, task three. It is done. All tasks are done. After that, you want to validate that everything is working now. You will write in that something script. So this script will be useful there at that time, post processing script. Okay, so you will give the script as an UCD administrator. I'll copy that script. See, when something, if it is a script success, if it is failure, it will give the result output. Okay, while you're running the some task. After running that tasks, you want to get some result. You can use like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is done, and coming to the security. Okay, if you go to security, this is API. Okay, this is API keys of agent. Okay, where everything will talk from APIs, right? Every services. Okay, so this is the thing. So this API where I get from UCD agent I got this API. Okay, so you can go and go see here. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go here. Got. Okay, APIs. Okay, APIs certificates. Everything will come here. So this one where I come go here. This one. UCD agent. I install my agent. This is my server, na. This one. So customer server. If you go to the agent security, so this is the key. So everything will talk from the APIs, right? Only, right? So those things will come here. Okay. APIs, keys, certificates, everything. Okay. Now roles. Okay, roles types. Okay, these are the few defined roles. It is came. You can create your own type of configuration. Create type of the configuration. If I create for agent, I'm telling you specifically for agent, I create a Soma role. Okay, for like this, and in that I can create something like that. Okay, so in role configuration, there are administrator roles, automation roles, you auto discovery, all those three roles. This will be there, right? If I go here, if I go to the agent to Soma, I can give this access or not. Okay, so like that. So you can go ahead and do this one also. So I'll delete this one. Okay. So this one will be done. See, this security thing will be done from the IAM team and security team. Okay, you no need to worry about all those things. Okay. So you are specifically IAM team, then you have to concentration on that one. Okay, roles, which role? Okay, administrator role, automation role means developer role. Okay, auto configuration role, discovery roles, or version input guys roles. All those you have to configure that one. Okay. Now authentication. Authentication means LDAP. Okay. Now we will use the LDAP, right? So single sign-on internal storage it will be. But present I'm using the UCD normal, which is created internal internal security. That is I'm using. Okay, I'm creating an user.
Can we use email?
Internal UCD internal I'm using.
Okay, can we use email? Can I use my email address?
You can use your email address.
Okay.
For notification purpose.
Yes.
Okay, see, I'll make this Soma as an administrator. I'll make this an क्या बोलते हैं administrator and developer. Okay, so I'll create a group for them. Okay, create group TCS admin.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
another create a group, TCS developer, TCS admin, TCS developer. I'll create a team, TCS team. Okay, so already I shown you role scheme, right? You can create your own roles also. I told you, right? Role configuration. You can go ahead and create. Okay, so you can do that one. So in I told you now, I created a group. In that group member, I want to add the TCS admin here. So TCS admin group are added. Developers I can add here. So as per your IM design, your company, 0 members, 0 members. Okay, I'll go here. Groups, TCS admin groups members. Add TCS admin. I'll add Shaker. Okay. Now TCS developer. Add groups. Add groups. So now, okay, groups are there. Authorization groups are there. Go in verification. My TCS team. TCS admin Shaker is there. Developer Soma is there. Now you got it right. How I did?
Yes, yes.
Take the recording section. Okay. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
everything. Okay. So understood, right?
yeah. I will request for
Yeah. This one. Yeah. So this is like you can Microsoft AD, you can do authentication. Okay, your AD Windows team give you all the details so that you can authorize that one. Okay,
So,
you
for
can
example,
go groups.
this token,
Tell me.
like if I have a SonarCube token, can I use can I integrate with SonarCube token, SonarCube?
SonarCube token, I don't know because that is LDAP, huh? Kind of AD group.
Yeah, I'm asking if we can integrate with SonarCube, like for scanning code.
SonarCube we can, SonarCube we can integrate. Okay, SonarCube we can integrate. The source config is you're telling SonarCube.
Yes.
Nexus you're telling, right? And Nexus, Nexus we can integrate.
Yeah, Nexus
Instead
is
of Artifactory, you want Nexus?
Nexus is an artifact. No, Nexus. I'm talking about no, Nexus is an artifactory. I'm talking about SonarCube for scanning code analysis.
Let me check. I don't know. Nexus is in a SonarCube only, na.
Oh, so I'm talking about SonarCube. Yeah.
Nexus repository is a Sonar. This one. Yes, this repository only. Yeah, we can integrate. No issues. I'll show you. Tell me which one. Artifactory you want? Nexus you want? Tell me which one you want.
I'm talking about SonarCube. SonarCube. I just type it.
Okay. SonarCube. I understood. Nexus is in a SonarCube, yeah. 1 second.
Yeah, code quality.
Code quality. This is source. This is your code, right? You won't put your warfare or anything here, right?
No, nothing there. Yeah.
Only code you will put.
Yeah, it's just that when you build your code, after building the code, you just scan the code with the SonarCube to see if there are bugs or vulnerabilities or code smell, the quality gate. So so I'm just asking
we can
if
do
you
that one. Yeah, we can do that one. Let me verify that one. Oh, SonarCube is there. Yes. SonarCube plugin is a code called Tendrils. Yes, SonarCube is an open source tool. Yeah, we can do that one.
Okay.
Sorry, this is Urban Code build. Okay, sorry. Yes, it is there. We can do, but in Urban Code deploy we cannot do.
Okay.
Okay.
So
this is for Urban Code build.
Yeah, I see.
Not for deploy.
Yeah, I see.
Urban Code build means Jenkins. Urban Code build means Jenkins.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
Urban
No,
code will,
build.
okay.
Yeah, I see. Build and deploy. Yeah,
So,
that's correct.
okay,
Got it.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
So where I am here. Okay, so this three tokens is nothing but some people, developers, they don't want to log in with the username, all those things, right? So what we'll do, we'll create a token on their name. Okay, like this token on my name. Okay, expiry date. Okay, something expiry date. Okay, 12.00 some expiry date. Save that one, only one time it will visible. After that it will be gone. You cannot visible. So you have to give token like this to the developer. Okay, so that he can log in using this one. With some customers like that. Token restrictions also you can go. Okay, create a token restriction also you can go it. So role configuration, I told you, you can create your role configuration. Whatever the roles you want to go ahead and create a new role. Give the role name is, as I told you just now, right? Development role. Okay, development role. Okay, so I created one development role. So you can go ahead and create a development role here. So in that, so type configuration. So what are the type configurations available? All these, right? So here this will be available here. Development role. All these types of configuration. Will you give permission to agent for development? Yes. Like that you can go ahead and do. Okay. So this is completely IMA requirement. Your IMA, how it will be designed, you have to go ahead and design like this in this UCD security. Okay.
Yes.
So this is done, and process is nothing but task. Okay. So this is a public process where if we created this process, it will be visible to every team member. Or if you want to only visible to one project, you can add like this. Only TCS people need to add. Okay, so this is a generic process. Okay, this is the generic process. This generic process where only this process can use for at the application deployment, not the component level deployment. So this process is generic process. Okay, I'll teach you tomorrow the application level deployment, component level deployment, and environment, resource, and process. This process is only for application process. Okay.
Okay.
Application process. Okay. So now this is done. Okay, tomorrow Artifactory, right? Artifactory, you told. Let me see. I don't have Artifactory server. Otherwise, I'll put the Nexus. Okay, Nexus or either of the repository. I can use anything, na? Anything I can use.
Okay,
so
probably. Yeah, I have a Nexus Artifactory. If probably I can share. Okay, no problem. Okay, all right. Permission approval.
Okay, so permissions issue tomorrow. Permissions. If you do an application level deployment permission check, then we can go and do. Okay, so this is the thing. And deploying an application multiple target server, we'll create another Linux VM for agent, and we'll try to deploy on those two servers. Okay.
Okay. This works. Okay. I really appreciate.
Yeah. Thank you so much for today's everything. So ask the recording section. I'll tell to bit2 please share recording session.
So I just have two questions. Okay.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. Question number one is that when we're talking about the static and the web, what is the major difference between static and the web configuration?
Where you saying?
During the installation,
Here,
when we're installing, you refer not on that setting. During the installation, if you see the architecture that you showed me.
Okay. Yeah, tell me. Yeah. Tell me.
Browser, you talk about static. You said you install the static one and not the web, right?
Which one you're telling?
You install the static UCD and not the web UCD.
We're using high availability.
Can you go back to the browser?
This is the UCD server. 1 second. STSC static. I cannot find static anywhere.
No, I said, can you go back to the browser where we
Where
explain
you
the
telling?
network configuration?
Okay, network configuration. Okay, this one you're telling.
No. From the internet, if you open a new tab, you're talking about network before you install it, before you installation. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking about this. You see, we're talking about.
I think your
Yeah.
voice is breaking.
Okay.
Can you note it down? Can you write it down?
Okay, bring it down. Okay. GPU, GSM. Okay, I will probably, because we're talking about you are going to be installing that of static and not the web. So I was asking the difference between the static that we just installed. How is it different from the web installation?
Okay. JMS and this one web installation you're telling, na?
Yes.
Depends. If you select the web installation, see, I use the JMS agent to communicate to my relay. You use the web agent to communicate to relay. That is your wish.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
That
So
is
and
your wish.
secondly,
See,
yeah, okay.
I deployed this one, right? I deployed this one. You use this one.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got it now. Okay, I
Okay.
see. Okay, so the
You
last
use this
question is,
one. That is completely my requirement. So that is completely we cannot change that one. Okay. So that is customer requirement. That is.
okay, I
So
got it.
if
Okay.
I want to change this one through UI also we can change. 1 second. Let me configure. I can see something. Then second. Forward JMS certificate. Here also you can see the logs, agent logs. Okay.
Okay, got it. So the last request is so before tomorrow I just want to do something. You've not shown me the package.
Package. Okay. Package
Yeah.
you want? Okay.
Yeah.
Package is very high, I think. 470 MB, yeah. 470 MB will go, Will go.
Yeah.
I think it won't go. $470 MB it won't go. Okay, so how can I share this package? I'll do one thing. Don't use 7.2, only web will be there. Use this one
Okay.
or use this one. 710, it will be good. This one is the question. 7110. 7101. Okay, Linux. Select like this and go ahead and deploy. Okay, if you do submit, okay, here it is available fixed package. Click on this one. Okay, click on this one, urban code deploy. 7012 fixed package. You can click anything. Okay, you can click this one. Okay, so you need a sign in. Okay, you need a sign in. So after signing, you can go ahead and download that one. Okay.
Okay, let me try that.
Or if you're not able to do, let me know. I will try to send some another way. Okay.
Okay, I will try
Everything
that
goes
one.
right.
Yeah, I will try that one. But if
Yeah.
you have that way, you can send to me because that would not be inconvenient today. You've tried a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Let me. If you're not able to do that one, na.
You can can you go back to Google? Can you go back to your drive? Yeah, you can go to your drive. Yeah, only right click on it. And you take it as a file.
Click on.
Yeah, new. Yeah, upload file. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Desktop. Oh. UCD. Don't show to anyone, eh?
Sure.
Okay.
This was great. It's only I've been spending days, nights for this. I couldn't get anything. Wow, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is really good. You know, if not for anything, but getting the knowledge is very important.
Yeah.
This is very good. It's something that I was just hoping, you know, this is good.
So apart from UCD, which training you required?
Is it?
Apart from UCD, which training you required?
So I wanted to go for a Kubernetes exam. So I just probably I would do that exam, but I've not really gotten someone can guide me through on how to really write that exam and pass the exam for Kubernetes.
Okay, OpenShift Red Hat, you're telling?
No, no Kubernetes. CKA.
Yeah,
I'm talking
no
about
problem. No problem. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Download quickly so that I'll delete that one. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Then bye.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.